that the Lakers have not made an offer to LeBron yet. So if LeBron wants to keep playing, he may need to do it on a new team for the mid-level exception worth a little over $15 million. But Clutch Sports CEO said 10 to 12 teams, 10 to 12 teams, my ass, have checked in about adding LeBron this summer. So sign and trade options could also emerge, meaning the Lakers sign him at a bigger number and then they trade him away.
LeBron James didn't choose to leave the Lakers. The Lakers chose not to keep LeBron James. That's different. That's the simple truth, though. And everything else is just noise trying to make it sound like a mutual or a player-driven decision.
It all comes down to this one choice.
The king just learned the throne is not his anymore. LeBron James is leaving the Lakers and the team barely blinked. They paid Austin Reeves, chased a center, and let the greatest scorer ever walk to free agency without an offer. Now even a Lakers legend is asking what nobody used to dare. How much power does LeBron have left? So before we get into it, tell me straight, did the Lakers reject LeBron, or did he jump before he got pushed? Drop it in the comments. So let's start with the news because it is a big one.
How LeBron came to the decision that he wants to play again, but it won't be without.
LeBron James made the decision on Tuesday here that he will enter free agency, but not only that, he has decided to leave the Los Angeles Lakers. Rich Paul, his agent, informed Rob Pelinka, the Lakers' president of basketball operations, that the Lakers can move on with their offseason because LeBron James is moving on with them. He is leaving after 8 years. He led them to a 2020 NBA championship.
0-27 to 0-55, LeBron James told the Lakers they can move on without him because he is playing his 24th season somewhere else. His agent Rich Paul made it official, and just like that, 8 years in the purple and gold are over. He has not even picked a new team yet. He just knew that it was time to go. And now, both sides are in a spin war over who actually did.
Guys, don't believe the fake narratives coming from the media right now. Nick Wright is out there. Everybody is saying the same crap, that LeBron simply wanted to move on. It's not true. They said he wanted the Lakers to come to him with an offer as soon as the season ended. Well, they didn't. You know, Rich Paul said it. Shams posted about it about a month ago or so, that LeBron is waiting for the Lakers to present him an offer, make their moves or whatever, and then come to him and present it to him. They never did. Dude, you can't dump a girl that stopped calling you weeks ago.
Here is how LeBron's camp wants you to see it. The king chose to move on his own terms, ready for a new chapter. Very noble, very in control. But look at what the Lakers actually did over the last few weeks, and a very different story pops out. Actions talk louder than press releases, and the Lakers' actions were screaming. Think about the order of operations. Before they did anything with LeBron, the Lakers handed Austin Reeves a 4-year, $185 million contract, their sidekick. Locked him up first, no hesitation. Then they announced that finding a center was the top priority of the offseason, and through all of it, they never put a single contract offer in front of LeBron before free agency opened. Not one. So you tell me.
We have some significant breaking news out of the NBA. According to Shams Charania, the Lakers are signing Austin Reeves to a 4-year, $185 million maximum contract to return to the franchise with a player option for the final season. That would be in 2029-2030. Reeves declined his $14.9 million player option for the new max deal.
When you pay your second option like a cornerstone, make a big man your top shopping goal, and let the greatest scorer in history stroll into the open market without an offer sheet, that is not a team fighting to keep its legend. That is a team politely holding the door open and hoping he takes the hint. LeBron took the hint. He just announced it first, so it looked like his idea. And this is where Byron Scott comes in, which makes it extra spicy. Scott is a Lakers legend. 3 rings from the Showtime era, a guy who bleeds purple and gold. And on his show Fast Break, he and his crew ran a whole segment around one loaded question. Are the Lakers actually better off without LeBron? They openly debated how much power the man even has over this franchise anymore. Sit with that for.
Look, that massive contract is completely dragging the Lakers down. Honestly, it's time for the team to walk away. Make no mistake, the guy can still play. But think about the bigger picture here. You have a real chance to build around Luka AR, plus you could clear out over $50 million. That is huge money to bring in fresh, young talent. Everyone acts like he holds all the cards. But the team can easily step up and say, you know what? We are moving on.
Moving on. July, free agency opens up. Lakers.
July free agency is officially here. The Lakers have a massive choice to make, and they are completely stuck until they figure this out. Personally, I think the front office will make their move before LeBron even decides. In my opinion, they have to walk away. If they don't make this tough call right now, they are going to bury themselves for the next 5 to 10 years. Seriously, this single decision is going to shape the team's entire future for a decade. And don't forget, teams like OKC and San Antonio are only getting better. They aren't going anywhere.
That question alone tells you everything. For years, the story was that LeBron ran the question alone tells you everything. For years, the story was that LeBron ran the show. He wanted certain players, they went and got them. He wanted a certain coach, decisions bent his way. The whole roster was built to serve him. And now a Lakers great is on camera asking, out loud, whether the king has any real pull left at all. You do not host that debate about somebody who still holds the crown. You host it about somebody whose grip is already slipping. And Scott's panel did not stop at the power question. They got into whether LeBron's whole Lakers run actually helped or hurt his legacy, and where he even ranks among Lakers greats. Think about how wild that is. This is a franchise with Kareem, Magic, Kobe, Shaq, and Jerry West. A lot of longtime Lakers fans will tell you straight up that LeBron does not crack their top 10 all time, maybe not even top 15, despite the 2020 ring. So while his fans demand he be treated like royalty, the actual Lakers faithful are calmly slotting him in the middle of the franchise pecking order. That gap between how his fans see him and how the team's own history sees him is basically this entire breakup in a nutshell. And the answer the situation keeps shouting is clear. His power is mostly gone. The throne in Los Angeles belongs to Luka Doncic now, and to a lesser extent Reeves, the two guys the Lakers just committed their future to. LeBron went from the man the whole operation revolved around to the aging piece whose contract, in the team's own words, had to take a back seat. That is not a small shift. That is the throne quietly changing hands. And let's talk about the leverage that turned out to be smoke. Not long ago, Rich Paul went on the Pat McAfee show and floated that 10 to 12 teams were interested in LeBron this summer. 10 to 12. That was the flex, the message that the king had a line of suitors around the block. Cut to now, and reality is a lot quieter. A mid-level exception here, a maybe trade there, and a Lakers team that let him walk without lifting a finger. When the actual market shows up, that 10 to 12 number looks less like leverage and more like a bluff nobody bothered to call. Now, in public, everybody is being classy about it, because that is how these things work. The Lakers put out a warm goodbye from Jeannie Buss, thanking LeBron for 8 years, for the 2020 title, for all the records. LeBron replied that it was an honor to play there. Very sweet, very respectful. But let's be real. That is the polite version of a breakup where one person has clearly already packed their bags and moved on. The nice words are just both sides trying to save face on the way out the door. There is one detail his camp is really leaning on. That LeBron called the Lakers president before free agency even opened, supposedly out of courtesy. And maybe that is genuine class, but it also does something convenient. By announcing he is leaving first, before anyone reports the Lakers simply never offered him a deal, he controls the story. He gets to be the one walking away, instead of the one who did not get asked to stay. Smart PR. Just do not confuse it with holding the cards. Alright, let me back up and explain how his leverage actually collapsed, because it did not happen overnight. Start with the basketball. Last season, LeBron missed the first month with sciatica, nerve pain shooting down his lower back and leg. He came back and still played 60 games, still made the All-Star team, still put up around 21 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds a night on great shooting. In the playoffs, he was even better, averaging 23 a game. For a guy his age, that is absurd. Nobody has ever done this at 41. But here is the cold part. Absurd for his age is not the same as worth a max contract. The Lakers still got bounced in the second round. And his record 21-year run of making an All-NBA team finally ended. So the front office looked at the whole picture, a soon-to-be 42-year-old on a massive salary, and made a business decision. Greatness and gratitude are lovely, but they do not win you a title in 2026. Roster math does. And the roster math said move on. Speaking of math, look at the money, because that is the real engine here. LeBron made over $52 million last season. The Lakers now have roughly that same amount, around $52 million in cap space, and a bunch of holes to fill at wing and at center. If they hand a giant chunk of that to a 41-year-old, they cannot build the supporting cast Luka needs. So instead, they would rather spend it on an actual center, someone like Jalen Duren, plus some wings. Younger, cheaper, and a better fit for the timeline. Cold, but you can see the logic from space. So where does the King actually go? The dream scenario everyone is buzzing about is the Golden State Warriors.
Here is the rewritten version for your AI voiceover. It's kept short, punchy, and completely natural for a human-like delivery. LeBron James is on another level, man. Seriously, I have never seen a more desperate fan base than his. And get this, the latest rumors are wild. There is a huge chance LeBron might actually team up with Steph Curry and Anthony Davis on the Golden State Warriors. Let's look at what people are posting online because the internet is blowing up right now. First, Hoops Central dropped a massive report. They're saying the Warriors want both LeBron James and Anthony Davis. According to multiple sources, Golden State is trying to trade for Davis and then sign LeBron as a free agent. But wait, it gets even crazier. NBA Central just posted another update from Kevin O'Connor. He says the Warriors want to trade Jimmy Butler's contract to get Anthony Davis, and then bring in LeBron. If this actually happens, Golden State will end up with a terrifying Big Four: Steph Curry, LeBron James, Draymond Green, and Anthony Davis.
A Big Four of Stephen Curry, LeBron, Draymond Green, and Anthony Davis. A super team of old legends chasing one last ring. Draymond even declined his $27 million option to clear room for it. On paper, it sounds like a movie. LeBron running point, Curry getting all that space, AD down low. Fans are already losing their minds imagining it. But that movie has some serious plot holes. First, the Warriors are over the cap, so the most they can offer LeBron is a mid-level exception worth about $15 million, a massive pay cut from $52. Second, to get Anthony Davis, they would have to trade Jimmy Butler's expiring $57 million deal plus a pile of picks to Washington, and the Wizards have reportedly said they are not interested. Third, the funny one, the Warriors themselves have given no indication they are even the firm landing spot. Word is LeBron would have to be recruited. So the super team everyone is drooling over is nowhere near done. You could even watch the air come out of the dream in real time on LeBron-friendly TV. Over on Nightcap, Shannon Sharp and the crew got all excited picturing the Warriors super team, the spacing, the highlights, the whole fantasy. They were practically ready to buy jerseys on the spot. And then one of the guys did the math out.